Welcome back to the Kiona Academy U.S. Health Insurance Series. In this fourth video, we are bringing everything together by looking at real-life employer-sponsored insurance plans and seeing how they compare in the total annual medical expense chart. This chart introduces a new way to look at your health insurance, one that few people talk about. But that can completely change how you understand what you're really paying for healthcare each year and whether you're enrolled in the most beneficial plan for you and your family. Stay with us through the end, because once you see the full picture, you'll realize how small differences in plan structure and company coverage can add up to thousands of dollars over time. If you find yourself unsure while watching, take a look at the earlier videos in this series. In Series 1, we explained how U.S. health insurance works and introduced the idea of viewing your costs through the total annual medical expense chart, combining both your fixed premium and variable out-of-pocket expenses. In Series 2, we explored the different insurance providers: ESI, COBRA, ACA Marketplace, also known as Obamacare, Medicare, and Medicaid. And in Series 3, we decoded the different plan types: HMO, EPO, POS, PPO, and HDHP plus HSA. Those videos will help this one make much more sense if any of these terms feel new. The total annual medical expense chart combines two things. 1. The annualized premium, the minimum medical cost you'll pay each year just to have coverage, even if you never visit a doctor. And 2. Your maximum possible out-of-pocket cost, or how much you'd pay if you reach your plan's limit for the year. Putting them together shows your total potential annual medical spending in one simple picture. Comparing only premiums or deductibles doesn't tell you the full story. A low premium might mean higher risk later, while a high premium could actually limit your total exposure. The total annual medical expense view helps you see your true annual risk visually. For the first case, we'll look at a financial firm offering plans to a married couple. The plans include HMO, PPO, and HDHP plus HSA options. The financial firm also generously contributes $1,000 to your HSA at the beginning of the year. To start off, there are two versions of the total annual medical expense charts for the HDHP plan we are showing. The top HDHP plus HSA chart shows the total annual medical expense where the company contributed $1,000 is not subtracted from the premium. The bottom chart does subtract it. The idea here is that the company's contribution is money you can use for medical expenses, not out of your own pocket. So by subtracting it from the premium, we show what you could actually end up paying for the year. This is an important concept, so remember it. First, let's go through the two HDHP plus HSA charts and confirm that subtracting the $1,000 contribution makes sense, since you'll have that $1,000 to pay for medical costs. Showing it as a premium reduction better represents your true expense. We subtract it from the premium as that is a fixed cost you're guaranteed to pay for the year. The deductible and other are variable costs. If you don't receive any medical service, there may be no cost for the year. Next, comparing the HMO, PPO, and HDHP plus HSA charts. As explained in Series 3, decoding plan types, HMO is supposed to be the cheapest but offers limited flexibility. However, when comparing just the in-network figures, does the HMO still look like the cheapest option? The out-of-pocket max for both the HMO and PPO plans is $4,000, but the PPO premium is higher, so its total annual medical expense bar extends further to the right. You can think of the extra PPO premium as the price for having out-of-network access, about $1,200 more per year. So between these two, the HMO plan may appear cheaper. But if you ever need out-of-network care, for example, when traveling or if your preferred doctor isn't in network, you could face very high medical bills. Now adding HDHP plus HSA into the comparison, once the premium is reduced by the $1,000 company contribution, the green premium bar becomes shorter than the HMO's. The HMO has an OOP max of $4,000, while HDHP's is $6,000. But since the premium was reduced by $1,000, the overall difference between them is $1,000. If you end up not receiving any medical treatment, or only a few small ones, your total spending for the year could be lower under the HDHP plus HSA plan, and you gain out-of-network coverage for just-in-case situations. Plus, if you don't use your HSA contributions, that balance can continue to grow, and over time, it could potentially outperform the $1,000 difference compared to the other plans. This clearly shows why we promote the total annual medical expense chart. It visualizes both your fixed and variable costs in one view, making comparisons intuitive and meaningful. Remember, the green premium bar represents your fixed cost, the amount you pay every year just to stay enrolled in the plan. The yellow and amber portions, the deductible and out-of-pocket max, are variable costs, only paid if you actually receive medical treatment. We explained this concept in more detail back in Series 1 of the U.S. Health Insurance video. If any of this feels unclear, take a moment to check out Series 1. You'll find a link in the video description section below. The second case comes from a consulting firm with a relatively high salary structure. The company provides 3 plan types: POS, PPO, and HDHP plus HSA with a $1,000 company contribution to the HSA. All 3 cover both in-network and out-of-network care, making comparison straightforward. When looking at the POS plan, it's not immediately clear why anyone would choose it. The fixed premium cost you'd pay already covers nearly all in-network expenses for the HDHP plan, and the majority for the PPO plan. Because of this, we'll remove the POS plan as an option. Now comparing PPO and HDHP plus HSA. Here, the HDHP premium after subtracting the company's $1,000 contribution is much lower than the PPO's. Although the HDHP deductible is higher, both plans share the same out-of-pocket max. When we show these in the total annual medical expense chart, the HDHP's bar is noticeably shorter. That means lower total potential spending for the year if you stay relatively healthy, and possibly even if you use moderate medical services. This demonstrates again how company contributions and plan design interact. You can't judge by premium or deductible alone. The third case is another consulting firm, but with a moderate salary range. This company offers a large number of plan options: 4 EPOs, 2 POS, 3 PPO, and 3 HDHP plus HSA, and no company HSA contribution. Right away, a few things stand out. Number 1, there are many plans to choose from. And number 2, the total annual medical expense bars extend farther to the right than the previous 2 cases. That's because the company covers the employee's premium, but not the spouse's. The employer supports the worker, but not so much of their family. In contrast, the first 2 companies covered family premiums as well. So even if 2 companies offer the same type of health plans, what they actually cover for a family can look completely different. This kind of partial coverage is fairly common. If both spouses work and each has ESI, or one ESI covers the family, it's fine. But if one spouse stops working and the other's ESI doesn't include family coverage, looking into an ACA marketplace plan could be more beneficial. If that's new to you, revisit Series 2, where we covered ACA plans in detail. Now let's compare the plans. POS plans have a very high premium, over $4,000 per month. Though not shown here, even for just the employee, the premium exceeds $1,000, making it look like an impractical choice. Comparing PPO and HDHP plus HSA, the HDHP's deductible is higher, but its premium and out-of-pocket max are both lower. On the total annual medical expense chart, you can see the HDHP bars are much shorter overall, making them more cost-effective. Finally, EPO versus HDHP plus HSA. EPO only allows in-network access, so it should be cheaper. But surprisingly, the EPO premium isn't much lower, and its in-network OP max isn't smaller either. While EPO only covers in-network services, it comes with a smaller deductible. You'll reach the point where insurance starts contributing sooner. That means your out-of-pocket cost could end up smaller by the end of the year if you receive regular medical care. On the other hand, the HDHP plus HSA plan somehow has a smaller premium, gives you out-of-network access, and if you don't use much medical care, your HSA contributions can grow over time, potentially offsetting the higher deductible in future years. As we've seen, all 3 employers provided similar plan types: PPOs and HDHP plus HSAs. but their actual cost structures and contributions differed greatly. How much the company covers, whether the family premium is included, and the available plan mix all vary, and these details have a big impact on your real total cost. What we show today is just one way to compare health insurance plans. The best plan for you depends on your situation, your family, health condition, and financial comfort level. Kiona isn't here to tell you what's best, but to help you understand how the system works and give you tools to make your own informed choice. We hope you now see the importance of viewing insurance through an annual lens and how the total annual medical expense chart can make your decision clearer. If any of the terms we mentioned were unfamiliar, please revisit the earlier videos in this series 1 to 3. Thank you for watching till the end. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It really keeps us motivated and helps us make Kiona Academy even better for you.